Well, good afternoon. It's Ken at Revival Seeds, and one of the questions we get every time at this time of year is about determinate versus indeterminate tomato types, and it's basically about branching pattern, something called monopodial versus sympodial. And with determinate varieties, they start out the same way sympodial do, or the indeterminate does. What happens is they become, the flowers are born in clusters, and then you might get another branch, another node in between that produces more flower clusters, or you might not. It might be done. So what happens is in a determinate variety is you get a little bit more of a compact plant perhaps, but the fruit is done in a very sort of limited time. So you can harvest it more uniformly. Paste tomatoes might be a good example of that. Most cherries are not, but some cherries have been bred to be more determinate or semi-determinate, which I'll talk about in a second. Indeterminate varieties continue this pattern. And so you get these long vines. If they're not trellised, they would continually do this and produce fruit throughout the continually through the growing season. So if that's something you want to harvest throughout the year, the growing season, you would look at indeterminate varieties. Now, semi-determinate varieties are kind of in between this. They might produce another shoot. They're basically determinate, but they give you a little more extension. You might get 2 or 3 weeks out of them in producing and harvesting the fruit. So that's really what it comes down to. It's more specifically, what is your need? What do you need the tomatoes for? I hope that helps.